I've attempted suicide plenty of times, and I would say plenty as in 6 or 7, and they all been failed attempts. So the very last time I attempted suicide was 3 years ago, 32, 29, turning 30. And I grabbed this knife. I keep this knife. And I remember I got severely drunk. It was my birthday, the drinks were free. So they was on the house. I remember saying a poem, but I don't remember what the poem was. So I got up in front of people and said a poem. And then someone came and picked me up, and I got in the house. Now, from what they recall, they said that I told them to get out, I was about to kill myself. From what I recall, I remember seeing blood and hearing, you don't love yourself, but the voice was so faint, it didn't sound like them. It was far away. And so the next day, I cut everybody and everything off, and I went to work on myself. Because I was unsuccessful, and I went and got self-love tattooed on me. Because every day I want to be reminded, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about me. It'll never matter what anybody thinks about me, your opinion. You know, I love myself. I love myself so much. I would never harm me, nor harm you, or harm anybody. And to know that I wanted to do that means I had a demon inside of me. So every day I look at this and these roses, that's what I grew from. And that's where I came from.
My name is Joseph Johnson. I'm 26 and I have 13 tattoos. My first tattoo, I got my ass kicked. I ain't even gonna lie, I came in with that tattoo at the age of 14. And it was like, who took me to get a tattoo? I legally obtained the tattoo by forging a guardian signature in order to obtain my first tattoo.
My name is Chip Rory. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I have 12 tattoos.
My name is Suzanne, and I have about 8 tattoos.
My name is Anthony Morrow, and I have over 50 tattoos.
My name is LaShonda B. Coates, and I have 15 tattoos. My name is Christy Lohman, and I have over 30 tattoos. And my first tattoo, it's actually on my lower back. I got it when I was 20 years old, kind of in remembrance of my grandfather who passed away when I was 16.
My name is Saxx. I'm from Kannapolis, North Carolina, and I have 7 tattoos.
Hi, my name is Lex. I'll be 31 in May, and I have 50+ tattoos.
Hi, my name is Alex Red. I'm a tattoo artist. Currently have about 20+ tattoos.
My name is Danielle. I have 13 tattoos.
Hello, my name is Michael Braswell, and I have 5 tattoos.
My name is Jen, and I have 6 tattoos.
My name is Devin. I'm 27, and I have 10 tattoos. The very first tattoo that I got was on my right shoulder right here. It was on my right shoulder, and it was just my name, Devin. And we did that in the house.
Somebody came in the house?
Yeah, it was one of my cousin's friends. They came in the house, and they just went straight down in the real jailhouse. But I mean, it was one of the most exciting things. You a kid, so you like, oh, I got a tattoo. But then later on, you regret it. So I did some cover-up work, but that was my very first tattoo.
My name is Layla Bluford. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I have 7 tattoos. I always saw tattoos to be, I think, something that people that kind of were rebels got, which is why I guess I got it when I was a teenager, when I was living my rebel part of my life. So I always thought it to be somebody that was a rebel.
My name is Fedelina Heredia Feliz, and I'm from Dominican Republic. So the belief over there is that if you have a tattoo, you are a thief or you are delinquent. So that hasn't really changed. So for some people, they do get a tattoo, but if they show up to work, it has to be hide. Like they had to hide it. If not, they won't get the job.
Ever been negatively stereotyped because of my tattoos? All my tattoos are tasteful. I was more so stereotyped negatively because of the piercings, but not negatively, I think, because of the tattoos. When I tell the story behind every tattoo that I got, people understand why I have them, and they're not derogatory or they're not really offensive. They're not on my face, which, I think is a wow factor. People always, I think, oh, you got a tattoo on your face, you can't get a job. Nah, that's not true. That's not the case.
If anything, it's been the exact opposite. I've had strangers come up to me and they're just like, oh, I love your tattoo. And I'm like, you're touching my arm. But it's cool because it's a great way to connect with people. And in my job, I work with students. So it's really just opened them up. And like I said, it's been the opposite, I think. I think it just kind of connects me more to people.
It became more common when I moved here because I have seen people who are teachers and they have tattoo and they still have a job and it's okay, like it's fine. I see doctors, people in the military, like basically everybody here, and they still get a job, they get good pay. Not over there. That would be really what I really made up my mind. Mark, he's part of this documentary. He was talking to the kids. We were outside, they were playing basketball, and they just started to ask him about what he do and how he got the job that he has and the things that he has done before. So I was just there listening to them. So he started explaining to us that he's about to do a documentary about tattoo. That's when I started talking to him. I was like, oh, I was thinking about getting one. It's my first one. I haven't done it before. And that's how we started talking about it.
Yo, what's going on, man? This is Anthony Morrow, West Charlotte native. A little bit about myself right now. I got my clothing line, own sense of style. AMO Charities, we're big in the community. Played 10 years in the NBA for 7 different teams. Like I said, I'm a Charlotte native, so I'm retired now, and I guess this is part of my new career. Today, we're gonna be talking to a young lady named Fedalina who's thinking about getting her first tattoo. I'm gonna try to answer as many questions about the process as possible, and hopefully she can make a decision, and we can head over to my homegirl, Duchess of Pretty and Ink, and she's one of the best tattoo artists in Charlotte, so we're gonna make our way over there, and hopefully it's not too painful of an experience for Fedalina.
Like the first time that I thought about getting a tattoo, I wanted a flower, like a red rose. But then, and I was gonna get it like here in my arm. Well, my stepdad wasn't really making a big deal. Like, it was like, okay, you getting a tattoo. But my mom was like, you can't get a tattoo. I'm calling my mom right now and I'm telling her. And then she was like, oh, if you get a tattoo, I'm cutting that part of your body. Yeah, that was really her reaction.
Hey, what's going on, man? Episode 38, It's Life Podcast. It's Ant Morrow, Frontline Fresh, #2 on Instagram. It's Anthony Morrow on Twitter. I don't know what Cole on, because they talking about Cole about to start playing basketball. Like, he rocked with, like, the Hornets and the Swarm and all that. Like, he about to really be playing for the G League team.
Okay.
Yo, that's another episode of Life Podcast, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate all of our subscribers, man. Love y'all. We out. How you doing? Medellina? Nice to meet you. Huh? Right. I always liked tattoos. A lot of my friends had them already. And I used to like high school, to try to peer pressure me into getting one just on like some tough guy stuff. Like, I'm not getting nothing on my body that don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, it's something that it's gonna be a meaningful situation. Like, it's gonna be a story, you know? Madalena, how you doing?
I'm doing good. A little nervous.
A little nervous? First tattoo?
Yes.
Thinking about getting it?
One.
Thinking about getting your first tattoo?
Yes. Finally.
What you thinking about getting?
Between the butterfly and the flower, but I think I'm gonna go with the butterfly.
Okay, what took you so long to make the decision?
You know, family and the tradition about people who get tattoo or people who has it is different.
I understand. My mom was like that too. My mom, that first tattoo I got, I had to go by her house because it was like 5 minutes away, but she was pretty pissed off. But then she saw her name and she lightened up. So she was like, okay.
So my mom knew that I was gonna get several, probably not this many. My dad constantly asked, Ace, when are you gonna stop? So they're not a fan, but I've always been the black sheep, so that kind of just motivates me to get more. My friends are just used to it. They know if I get a lot at a certain time, that means I'm going through something. But they just accept it. And a lot of people now, they don't even notice if I get new ones because I'm like covered, but I don't care. It's just me.
Initially, I think my family probably thought I was crazy because, again, when I first started getting tattoos, it wasn't a popular, trendy thing. But over time, as I started to get more and more tattoos, it became an acceptance thing. And I think I probably inspired my younger children to get tattoos. They're young adults now, but they're tatted as well.
My mom is very churchy. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I mean, in the South, you know, like that Bible Belt, very hard on religion, you know what I'm saying? She already mad that I'm already in the street all the time anyway. And then I come home, my mom don't curse. Like my mom, she goes to church Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. She day more than Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And like, I remember one day I had just got, I had got Tupac tatted on my back, you know what I'm saying? And I forgot it was there. And I came home to stay over that night. And I had my shirt off. My mom walked past me and she sees it. My mom don't curse. She was like, oh hell, son. She said, you just a coloring book, huh? You just let people just draw all over you. So I think she was the only person that had issues with it. Everybody else, they was cool with it, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, when I was 16, the high school tattoo, my basketball coach was like, whatever, because I was a good basketball player. When I got to college, it was more like, you have tattoos. My grandma was like, child, why you keep tattooing your body? You're not gonna be able to get a professional job. And I was like, that's not me. I'm not working for nobody. I did work for somebody, but I told her, this is my, she put the Bible on me and all that. And I'm like, Grandma, that's cool, but this is my life. And I respect your life, and I respect my life too.
How many tattoos do you have?
I got about 55 tattoos.
For real?
Yeah, maybe around 60 now.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. They turn into one piece after a while. So
did it hurt?
Some of them did. Some of them were quick. Some of them hurt.
It's a needle going into your skin, and you psych yourself up so much to, I'm gonna get this tattoo. And I think the longer the tattoo, the better the experience, because at some point, I think it goes numb. And the initial thing is just getting over the pain of the stick. The outline is the most painfulest thing. After that, you can roll with everything.
My first tattoo was a painful experience, and that is because it was done in somebody's living room. I was a teenager, so it was done in the living room with a needle and thread and a bottle of ink. So our first tattoo is kind of what they call jailhouse tattoos. So yes, it was very painful.
It's true that they are addicted. That's what people say. The first time you get one and then you keep going for the other one and then for the next one.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that's a little bit of truth to that for sure.
I didn't start out, I never intended to get a mostly sleeve, and it's almost done. Like I said, it just kind of happened. There's something very addicting about tattoos in the process. I mean, they hurt a little bit, but obviously not bad enough to make me not want to get any more. But I don't know, I really just kind of got comfortable in my own skin once I started showing the tattoos.
I think I always wanted one since 10 or 11 because I'm an artist. So any form of art I'm intrigued by. And I believe everybody, you're your own walking canvas. So, and then at 18, I just wanted to be rebellious. So I was let me just get one. And then I just got addicted.
Most of the time, tattoos make me feel artsy. They make me feel empowered. I have one on my wrist that says courage. That was a very important tattoo for me because it's my favorite word, and it reminds me when I go into a room, any environment, any setting, that I've got it all under control and that I need to have courage to step into whatever it is I'm going through.
What is the best way to find a tattoo artist?
I would say, now you got the internet, you got social media. So, Instagram, you can find some pretty dope artists on Instagram, or word of mouth. Or if you see somebody with a lot of tattoos, a lot of times for me, I just say, yo, who's your tattoo artist?
How did I go about finding my first tattoo artist to get my tattoo? Doing my research, looking online, looking at some of the social sites like Facebook at the time. And then a lot of word of mouth, looking at people's tattoo and oh, where'd you get that? And then doing my research to find this artist and see whether or not I like their work.
It's really, if you see somebody, it's like any other kind of art. If you like a picture, it's yo, I want that. Who painted that? You get them to paint you one. But it's just art on your body.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons that I didn't decide.
Yeah.
Because I want somebody who is good or something that is gonna be presentable.
Absolutely.
One of the things that I would definitely say is that as people start to get tattoos and decide to collect them, especially with different artists, to please do your research and keep in mind that everyone's skill level isn't exactly the same, and that you have to do your research to make sure that the artist knows skin tone, that the artist is really an artist, that they're not just copying art, and that they know what they're doing. Because when you're putting something as meaningful as a tattoo on your body, you want it to represent who you are. And I've met people that have some really bad tattoos and they regret it. So make sure you do your research and make sure that you pick things that you really love, and that when you look at them, whether you're 18 or whether you're 60, that you're going to love it.
Tattoos can serve a purpose or a feeling of security. You lose a loved one, or a monumental point in your life, or where you're from, people and things that mean something to you. All of mine, for the most part, are significant, and I definitely don't regret any of them. Everybody there's a lot of people that's close to me that I've grown up with. My best friends, we all got one of the same tattoos, and it's just. It's just stuff like that. It's stuff that I feel like it keep you connected, not just in the physical matter, but spiritually and emotionally too.
I kind of think of my tattoos as they're like mile markers, sort of, for my life. They commemorate sort of moments in time. So they are generally tied to people, but it's usually, I have one that I got with my first love. He and I went and got tattoos together. I have the one that was a memorial for my mom, but I also have a skull on my leg it's got a couple different elements to it that kind of make it my own. But it was when she was diagnosed with cancer, which was a few years before she died. That was a significant time in my life, and The bottom of the tattoo that I have that became her memorial, I actually got it I had some flowers there to start with, but then I had it covered up with that. But just at different points in my life, it's always kind of commemorated big moments.
I believe it was Hakeem Roach and Jonathan Montgomery who was originally giving me hell about the tattoo of a rose. And it was dedicated to my mother. I was actually 2 years old when I lost my mother growing up through a mentorship program. And like, they thought it was funny that I chose a rose as my secondary tattoo. They thought because it was feminine, but it's actually a meaning behind it.
It's a touching story. My grandmother in Atlanta was sick, and I was sick. And I went to go visit her, and I couldn't see her. I had a mask on my face. They wouldn't let me see her, and she was passing. She was in the hospital. So the last memory I have of her is like laying on a hospital bed. And I told my mom, I'm getting a tattoo. I'm getting a tattoo of my grandmother. So my first tattoo says God's Angel with Hazel in it. And I was playing basketball, so I missed my basketball game. But when I came back, that was the game I scored the most points I ever scored in my career. And I told my dad, I was like, she was watching over me. And I feel like ever since I was 16, she's been watching over me. And she been there with me.
When I first got my first tattoo, what made me specifically get that particular tattoo, at the time, coming up, obtaining knowledge of self and things of that nature, I wanted to represent, that I possess knowledge of self. And I also, within the 7, I have a pyramid circle of my circumference, and I have my 6'2" in there, which breaks down the equality and wisdom, all embodied in that one tattoo. So that made me get the tattoo.
All right, look, you ready? All right, look, I'm gonna take you to my homegirl, Duchess. She's at Pretty in Ink. She was a superstar on Black Ink. And she's one of the best tattoo artists in the city, so she's gonna put you in good hands. You'll be all right.
All right. Wait, do you have anything done by her?
Yes, I do. She did my grandfather's name right here some years ago. His nickname is Zeke.
Cool.
So yeah.
Let's go then.
I got you.
You do have to think about how you're perceived. And if you're going into the business world, you probably don't want to have tats on your face and your neck. Not right away. Get into what you're going to do and figure out how you're perceived and how that's going to change your perception. Because it still does change people's perceptions. It's different being an almost 70-year-old white woman than it is being a 16-year-old black man, for sure. And people's perception of me are going to be very different than you, no matter what your tattoos are like. But yeah, I'll tell kids, talk to your parents, make sure they're good with it, hide it otherwise. Do it. My daughter-in-law has tattoos on her toes because she went to a Catholic school and they weren't allowed to have tats. So she did her toes and the side of her foot so nobody ever saw them. Yes.
Most of my tattoos are hidden. The ones that I got probably when I first started getting them, they are hidden. And they are hidden because at the time, because I went from being this wild and crazy girl to needing to be this professional woman. So I hid them because I didn't want it to cause an issue. The tattoos I get now, they're not really exposed. I have one behind my ear and I always keep my hair cut short just so that it can show, just because that was kind of my tattoo of kind of being free to be me and no longer hiding a tattoo.
What's my current profession and how's my tattoos affected? Currently, I'm actually a business education teacher. I teach at the secondary level, post-secondary level, and it's been really and truly nothing but, I guess, helpful in regards to me being relatable and relevant to my students, and them understanding that you can be successful and that you can do whatever it is you put your mind to and still be able to express yourself in a creative way that represents who you are, just as a person.
I work at a corporate job, so when I started, I didn't have half as many or go as high. So now that I'm in there, I definitely get looks and stares, but I like it. And then I just feel like you won't let me go because you don't want that lawsuit. So it's either like, let me work there or you can fight that lawsuit, so.
What up, it's your girl Duchess of Ink, and I am the owner of Pretty and Ink here in Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of you know me for being one of the first known Black female tattoo artists in the country. And today I have a client who is getting her very first tattoo. We are popping her cherry. And my good friend Anthony, who got several tattoos, he's gonna bring her through. So hopefully she's not all nervous and she's calm, cool, collective. She knows what she wanna get, and we're gonna do a great tattoo.
All right?
Good, how are you?
See you, doing well.
Good to see you too.
I got a gift for you. Right here, get your first tattoo.
First time.
Yep.
Yes.
You scared?
Not really.
Don't be. It's
I
not that
haven't
bad.
been
He'll tell you he got them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
He
got
has a
them
lot.
His nickname?
Yeah.
He has a lot.
Yeah, so you're gonna be good. And he brought you to the best. So I'm gonna take good care of you. So I understand you want to get a butterfly.
Yes.
So what's the meaning of the butterfly for you?
The first thing that comes to my mind is freedom.
Of course, absolutely.
Growth, changes.
Yes.
That's what I like it.
And that's where you are in life. You're at that change stage where everything is starting to grow and take you to new places.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I'm halfway. Not where I want to be right now, but I'm almost there.
At least you're going in the right direction.
Yes.
So what's your favorite colors?
It's red.
Okay, so we're gonna incorporate
So-
some red in there.
Yes, kind of like red and blue.
Okay, we're gonna put some blue in there too. Do you feel like this tattoo is something that you'll always love? Because a lot of people don't understand, but a tattoo is forever.
Yes.
You can get it covered sometimes, you can get it laser removed, but when I deal with my clients, I want you to have the concept of understanding that it's forever, because if you love it like that, you'll never feel like it's a regret. Some people do.
Oh, I don't
regret.
think I'm gonna get there. I'm
That's
pretty
what's up.
sure.
Okay. I'm gonna be very gentle and you're gonna be perfectly fine. So
All
let's
right.
get it done.
Let's go.
As long as you approve, we're gonna get started.
All right, sounds good.
I do feel like I'm a part of a badass culture. I mean, I love seeing other people with tattoos, and it's sort of like this unspoken thing. I usually look at people and I can tell when they have tattoos that they might be my people. And I mean that by saying that we have this common love for the art that we share.
Words of encouragement that I would give a person getting their first tattoo: make sure that it's meaningful. Make sure that it's something that represents who you are as a person. Make sure that it represents something that you stand for and stand on. And that can be anything. As long as it has purpose and as long as it means something to you, I think that you should get, whatever it is that you want to get. Just make sure that it's not because of it's something that you saw on television, but something that really has true meaning to you.
Great. I just got done with my first tattoo, and I want to tell you how my first experience was. I thought that it was gonna be more painful, since people would say that, but it really wasn't. I was able to handle the pain throughout the whole thing, so it's really not that bad.
What up? It's your girl Duchess of Ink, and we just finished Betty's very first tattoo. I hope it's something that she will love to grow old with. I hope it helps her with just understanding that the change that she's going through is very beautiful. And I hope that she takes good care of it because it's her very first one. So make sure that if you're out to get your first tattoo, you know all the do's and the don'ts before you sit in that chair. It's your girl, Duchess of Ink.
What you out here shooting, man?
I'm shooting this young girl getting her first tattoo.
Okay.
It's exciting. I'm getting a little up in age. I got more years behind me than I do ahead of me, but my daughter and I have been talking about getting some ink.
So I just say, get you some ink today.
Let's go.
$1 question, right? Would you get another tattoo?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting more butterfly going down by my back. Because like the butterfly is all the way here on top of my back. So I'm thinking about getting like small ones going down.